All right, make sure you turn up your sound so you don't miss this. Hello, hello. Hey, it's John Nemo with Webinars That Work. And I wanted to show you the first step you need to take when you're setting up a wildly successful webinar. This is the first and most important step that you've got to begin every webinar with. A great introduction and a warm-up. Okay, this is where we start. And the way I want you to think of this is when you walk into a room, when you're about to give a speech or go live, in front of an audience, right? What do? You warm them up. And this is the same approach. This is where I like to warm everybody up with a little bit of what I call pre-game banter. I want to get people talking and engaged right away. Before I go into my spiel, before I introduce myself, before I get too far into the presentation, I want people chatting and engaging. My favorite thing to do that works every single time is I say, right as we're getting started, hey everybody, welcome, we are live. So excited to have you here today on, and then you insert the name of the webinar. And I cannot wait to get started. Now, before I do, I want to get to know you a little bit. Why don't you right now type into the chat box 2 quick things for me. Tell me where you're from and tell me what type of work you do. Just type those into the chat box. Now, not everybody is going to type it in, and depending on how big your audience is, you may get 10 responses immediately. You may get 1. The important point is you're getting people engaged. You're getting them warmed up. You're also getting people talking about their favorite topic of all time, which is, of course, themselves, right? They love to tell you who they are. They love to tell you where they're from and what type of work they do, right? So as these responses come in, because you're on live right now, in the pregame routine, start bantering with people. So for example, if you see the first comment that comes in from a guy named Joe, because your chat software should show you their name that they entered, it'll say, Joe, dentist, New York, right? He says where he's from, New York, he's a dentist. You can say, hey, I see Joe is here, he's from New York, he's a dentist. Oh, Joe, don't ask me if I flossed, okay? I'm really bad about that. Ha ha, use your personality, use your sense of humor. Oh, I see Jane is here. Jane is from Dallas, Texas. Wow, I would love to be there right now. It's -10 here in Minnesota. You are so lucky. Jane, I gotta know, are you a Cowboys fan? All right, cool, great to have you here. Right? You start riffing. You just start talking about what you know about where they're from or what type of work they do. The same way that you make small talk in a meeting, at a convention, on a trade floor, meeting someone at a bar, right? The key is you're acknowledging them. You're using their name, which is the golden ticket, right? When we hear our name online from this presenter, this expert, our ears perk up. We get excited. We get a warm fuzzy because, wow, they're actually here. They actually said, hey, I see you, John, in Minneapolis. Dude, are you freezing? Are you okay? Send help or whatever. I'll get excited. And I'll be like, oh, he sees me. This is great. It really works. So use this little period to warm people up. So that is just the first step. It's a critical step, obviously, but it's just the first step in getting your webinar going. There are actually 9 simple steps that I teach everyone inside my trainings of what goes into structuring a wildly successful webinar. And if you want to learn right now what all 9 steps are, how to apply them, how to get going right away, then let's do this, right? Head over to webinarsthatwork.net/join, and that's where I'm going to have you sign up for a free training, a 60-minute training where I'm going to give you all 9 steps. I'm going to walk through them from 1 to 9, show you exactly how to structure a wildly successful webinar. So hop over to that page, type in that link, or click a link inside the video here, and let's get you going.